We're back with the bad vibe with Dwight and Jeremy.
We're back again.
Yeah.
All right. So, people, this is episode 66.
Ish.
Pick up sticks.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, if you haven't been on the social media or talking to anyone, Mr. Stan Lee, not Stanley, passed away.
Yeah. Stan's dead. Stan's dead. Stan's dead.
95.
That's your thing.
Stan's dead?
Yeah. Like Dad's dead?
Yeah, Dad's dead.
That's how you told me your dad died.
He was Stuttering Stan Lee,
dead.
right?
Did he stutter?
No. It'd be funny if he did,
Fuck.
though. Stuttering Stan Lee.
He had to be something weird because he got real into comic books.
Yeah.
He wasn't, like, cool. Nowadays, people are into comic books.
I mean, he liked Spider-Man. He definitely wasn't cool. You know what I mean? Maybe he created him because he hated it. You know, he wanted, like, there was a guy in school or something that was, like, real gay and puny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They love spiders or something. You know what I mean? And he's like, I want to name him Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he just hated him.
But I'm saying, like, you know how nowadays, like, everybody's into, superheroes
eyes.
and all that shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's into superheroes and everything. But, like, that's kind of new, where people are like, I'm a nerd, but they're, like, good-looking and coordinated. But really...
They're like, I wear glasses. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not actually corrective lenses.
Yeah.
They're clear.
But before, 10 or 12 years ago, the people who were into that shit weren't, like, getting dates.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You weren't, like, the coolest guy in school and you liked Spider-Man. Like, so Stan Lee's probably, like, the ultimate. Like, he probably really wasn't cool. Because that's the appeal of the superhero genre. It's like, hey, I may be, like, stuffed in my locker and my head puts in the toilet every day. But your escape, your fantasy that you go to is the guy who is kind of normal and lame, and then something happens, and then he can kick ass.
Yeah.
It's just what a lot of the stories are.
Marvel.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that is tailored to losers.
Mm-hmm.
So the one doing it has to be. I mean, he must have been a fucking dork.
Yeah, he'd be sitting there and he'd be like, I wish I could, like, do this with my mind.
Yeah.
Or do this with a big metal hammer.
Yeah.
Only I can use. Right? No one else can use my hammer.
Yeah.
Only me.
It's some nerd shit,
and my dad's
right?
like a god. We live on another planet. We rule the place.
Yeah, well, I guess that, that was all, like, taken from
His dad was gone.
Norse mythology, but...
Yeah. Well, that eventually, yeah. And he's like, fucking hammer.
Can you imagine, though, like, here's something I never liked about...
He's like, my brother's adopted.
Yeah.
Right? I fucking hate him. He loves green.
Does your wife like Loki?
No.
That's crazy. I always thought Loki was, like, kind of like a Weasley-looking dude, right? The guy who plays him?
Why would she like him, then?
No. What I'm saying is Johanna likes him. Who else? There was two other people I remembered.
Our sister?
Is that? She likes it? Yeah. There's all these women, they're like, oh, yeah, I like him, and he's, like, hot and whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I know I'm not, like...
Oh, actually, a girl at work likes him, too.
See, what is the deal?
I don't know.
And then we saw him on another movie.
Because he's mischievous. Right?
Yeah, I'm bad.
He's all like...
you don't see people throwing pussy at me.
Yeah, but...
They're like, hey, look at that guy. He showed up late to work, and he got caught, like, taking a shit in the upper tank of the toilet. Like, I want to fuck him. That's not how it works. Being mischievous isn't attractive.
I don't think someone's all like, damn, he took a shit in the upper part of the...
I've never done that, have you?
No.
Yeah, that's not really... But they call it an upper decker. It's so funny, though, because when you flush the toilet next, that shit goes into the toilet instead of out.
I understand.
I don't know.
And what's nasty about it is, though, it's staying in there.
It's sitting in there for a while, maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on... if you're, like, on vacation or something.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, like, they're like, I think they like Loki because he's, like, a bad guy. It's like, maybe, I guess. Because there are a lot of, like, women fuck dudes that are, like...
Yeah, people aren't all, like, got hard-ons for Thanos.
But he doesn't look human.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't think women want to fuck him.
He's purplish.
I mean, he doesn't look human. And plus, his dick's got to be, like, too big. You know what I mean?
It's gotta be huge.
Because, we found out last week that dicks can be too big. I mean, I guess I always knew that, but it varies by women. But if a dude that's that big, his dick's got to be, like, the size of my leg.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fuck him. Except for girls that are huge, and nobody likes big girls.
So, I mean, Stan Lee, let's go back to that.
He's dead.
So, he was, he's
There's
dead.
no going back
at
to
95.
that. It's over.
Couldn't make it to 100. Come on, Stan.
What a pussy.
You know
what a
You do all this greatness, Can't make it 5 more years.
What?
4.5. I don't know when your birthday is.
I can tell you this. I have lived longer than Stan Lee. I can't, like, make up cartoons or whatever he did. What did he do?
You've lived longer than him? Is that what you said?
I outlived him. If we were in a race, it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you finish.
Oh, my gosh.
What did he do, though? Did he wrote the stories?
Yeah, like, he came up with the characters.
He's like, he
didn't come up with all the stories. He came up with the idea of the characters.
Dude,
And some stories.
my son does that every day.
Yeah, but he...
There's no difference.
All right. No matter what, he come up with some pretty damn good characters, all right?
I guess.
No, it's pretty cool. All right, there's like a rich guy. Yeah, he's all like Batman. He's like, but he's got like armor. He's not just going to be like fighting.
Like Batman.
That's ridiculous.
Batman,
right?
but he has like fire in his hands.
So he's got Iron Man. Hulk's pretty cool. But that's another one of those like gamma radiation, and now all of a sudden he's, you know what I mean?
A lot of them are losers.
So let's think about that. Loser that's a billionaire, wants to be a big badass, right?
That guy wasn't a loser, though.
Iron Man?
I mean, he was...
He's a nerd. He's a billionaire nerd.
In the movie, he wasn't.
Iron Man?
He was, like, good with the women and all that.
He's a billionaire. Yeah, but he's nerdy.
He's smart. That's not nerd.
They wanted him because he's rich.
But he's funny.
They knew he was rich. Well, anyways. No,
Go ahead.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so him, he's that, whatever. Captain America is this puny little kid.
Ugh.
And then ends up being
My
like...
son was watching
you know
that right before we started recording.
The original one, or whatever.
He was just the little skinny Captain America getting the shit kicked out
I
of
could
him.
do this all day.
Yeah. That's the part I left on.
Anyways, and
I was
then...
like, Tanya?
What else is there? There's a bunch of them, though. There's a bunch of them that just, like, are nothing, and then I got bit by a spider, now I can shoot webs out of my... You know, he's not really supposed to shoot them out of his fucking wrist, though, but...
We're supposed to shoot him.
No, in the originals, he made, like, a little watch, like the new movie came out with.
Mm-hmm.
But Peter Parker liked, you know, I mean, not Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire.
That freaks me out.
Toby?
No, the webs coming out of it.
That's weird.
It makes me...
His
like,
body stores it? Like, because he got bit, now he has some weird, like, sac growth in him that, like,
this is the thing,
builds up that, and it...
He's going across New York, and he's shooting all that shit out. And he's using, like hundreds of feet.
A lot.
So how much did he weigh before he did this? All that was in him?
Hold on. All right, the tensile strength or whatever of it, whenever they say the other one, it shoots out and it's real hard and it's like really hard to cut. But he can tear it by just pulling it. But his weight and swinging with other stuff and like holding a car doesn't pop that fucking shit.
Turns out
But
Spider-Man's not realistic.
Yeah.
We've come to that conclusion.
He like on his vein, he has like a little like a valve where it'll cut off the. You know what I mean? I'm guessing.
Talking seriously about comic books is I'm like, I'll go along with it for a minute, and then I'm like, this is...
When you start thinking about it, though, it's like, it all, like...
It's for
the
kids.
mechanics of it,
It's for
the
kids.
physics of it is, like...
Stupid.
It
You know,
starts
like
hurting
the
your head.
Superman thing, right? When the chick falls and he catches her, like, it would have killed her.
Yeah, she would have just...
It would have killed her.
Yeah.
Like, you stopped her fall immediately, just like the ground would have. You made no difference. You have to slow down her rate of speed.
Yeah.
You have to slow down
like
her
a
rate
harness,
of speed.
like for someone falling.
Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Dr. Manhattan was the best one, though. And that's not his, though.
Blue Dick guy.
Yeah.
All the good ones aren't
that was
his.
some side one. I mean, like Superman, now that's awesome. You know
Superman is... I don't like it that much, but Batman is like a pretty cool story.
But see, he used those to get the... you know what I mean?
Copied.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my son comes up... My son... I'm trying to get... we write down all of his superhero ideas that he makes up, and we're going to get them, like, drawn for him. Mm-hmm. Not professionally, but Amanda, our sister.
Get Stan Lee to do them.
Yeah. No, my son is better at coming up with superheroes than Stan Lee.
Them added up is almost 100.
Yeah. But he's got Mustard Man.
Mustard Man.
He copied that one. Off of Lego Batman. There's a Condiment King, and he sprays condiment. Mustard Man, Cheek Monster's the bad guy. We play that all the time. I'm Cheek Monster, and he's Mustard Man. I try to squeeze his cheeks, and he sprays me with mustard. And,
wow. That makes me think there's going to be a mess.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You know what I mean?
It's pretend mustard. But anyway, yeah, Stan Lee, I don't know. I always thought he did it all. I thought he, like, drew them and wrote the stories. Mm-hmm. And I was prepared when I said, does he write the stories? I was like, oh, so he wrote a book, but instead of writing a bunch of words, he just writes little, like, blurbs coming out of each other's mouth. Like, I want to make fun of him. I've never liked him, and I think the reason is because he plays it too cool on his cameos. You gotta be more, I don't know. That's all I know him from. He might have been cool.
I want him to play a character. Like, maybe he had an old superhero that he could be.
I mean, he's not an actor.
But, yeah, no, he's not.
He writes 5 words into a little bubble coming out of somebody's mouth that somebody else drew.
Did you have something else we could get off of Stan Lee? We've been talking about Stan Lee for a while.
Dude.
Stan Lee.
Okay,
Stan Lee yell nuts.
In the spirit of the bad vibe, you know how we talk about dick pics a lot, right?
Okay.
I'm going to take a dick pic right now.
No.
No, that's not what I'm going to do. Dude,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. All right, there's this guy I used to work with, and he was in prison for a while.
He sent you a lot of dick pics. Did he have tattoos on a dick?
Probably. He had them everywhere else.
Oh.
So he, anyway, so he called the wife of another person I worked with one night. They were like friends. They hung out sometimes, like the 3 of them and stuff, which seemed like a bad idea. He clearly wanted to fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anytime you're hanging out with an adult woman who's not ugly, you may not be actively trying to fuck her, but you want to fuck. Like, every woman that I'm friends with, like, if she's pretty, I would fuck her. Not that I want to, and we're going to try, but there is that tension always there. Sometimes it makes the friendships fun, and sometimes it can fuck them up.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, so they would hang out. So one day when, all right, you know the people. You know Will,
Okay.
that I used to work with. So Will and his wife used to hang out with Michael. Michael is, like, the dumb guy here.
Okay.
So anyway,
When
Will
are we
was...
getting to dick pics?
Huh?
When are we getting to dick pics?
Soon.
Okay.
So...
I can't wait.
we were working out of town, me and Will. Michael was texting back and forth with Will's wife, which is an issue already. So anyway, he tells Will's wife, he's like, "Hey, I had to go to the doctor because there's like something wrong with my dick. I have like this
He told that one dude's
wife
wife, okay.
that he had to go to the doctor because something was wrong with his dick. He said there was like something like a sore in it, inside, something weird like that, something that sounded painful, like a sore inside the like.
He probably got it from her.
No, he had never fucked her. I mean, I don't know. You know Will's wife, he probably has.
Yeah.
But, so...
I might have. Anyway.
So he tells her that, and he said, the doctor said that I have to, what's the scientific word? Like bust a nut.
Okay.
Like, he has to like, ejaculate. I couldn't think of the word.
Okay.
And
the doctor's like, flipping through papers. Right? He's like,
you gotta shoot a load.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta blow an L all over some T's.
It doesn't matter where you blow it.
Right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's like, yeah, anyway.
So anyway, he said that the doctor said he needs to, like, come, and, so he's like, could you send me some, like, sexy pictures of you? Because I can't, like, jerk off, like,
oh,
nothing.
come on.
Now, I was like, first of all, like, I want to give you, like, a standing ovation for having the balls to use that.
Yeah.
But no way is that ever going to work. Did it
work?
No, not with her. The first thing is, if you're trying to get a girl to be interested in your dick, don't tell her there's something wrong with it. Don't lead with that.
No.
You're like, hey, my dick's all weird and fucked up.
Yeah.
So anyway, you don't lead with it.
Mm-hmm.
You at least make her like you first and then be like, all right, I got to tell you. Like, if you have a small dick and you like, there's this girl, you're like, man, I really like her. And you don't, the first time you meet her, you don't show her your little dick.
Yeah.
You show her how funny you are or your muscles or whatever you have going for you. You really go heavy with that. And then you bring in the little dick later and she'll be like...
That's like the waitress walking up and she's like, I just took a mean shit and didn't wash my hands. Y'all want to try today's special?
Yeah, but if she comes up and she's like, hey, we got all you can eat chicken wings for $1.99. You're like, that's great. She's like, I didn't wash my hands after I shit. You're like, yeah, but those wings are still good.
You're like, yeah.
That's a perfect analogy.
You're like, are they saucy?
No, but the shit was.
Bone in.
So Michael told her, it's like, hey, could you send... I think he said something like he had seen her the day before, and he was like, hey, you looked good in those shorts. Why don't you send me a picture? So, you know, because I can't just jerk off to nothing. First of all...
She should have sent him a picture of her husband.
She should have, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, kill the mood.
Nobody's
right
jerking off looking at a picture of Will.
No.
Trust me. No, so she texted Will and said, hey, she like sent him a screenshot of the messages, and Will got all pissed off.
Shit.
And but the point isn't how this all turned out. It all turned out kind of lame. Will
you're saying dick pics.
Yeah. So anyway, So he went back and forth with that for a while. He kept like, come on. It's not like bad. It's just I have to do it because of the doctor. It's like, dude, you can pull it. You have a cell phone. You can watch the funkiest, nastiest porn of all time on your phone. You don't need some girl's ass in shorts. You're telling me you can't jerk off from imagination?
Not only just some girl, but a person that you're rooming with, right?
Yeah.
Like his wife's picture. I mean, it's like...
they're like buddies or whatever.
Isn't all that.
I mean, no, she's not super ugly. That's what I'll say about her. But I remember one time I saw her, and she was like talking shit like she always does, and she was like made like kind of like a joke about like I'm too good for that. I'm too good looking to be around all this or something like that. And she walked off, and as she walked off, her underwear was kind of tucked into her shirt a little bit, and I was just like, I don't know what it was, but I was like, ugh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anybody can make a mistake getting dressed. I get it. But there's something about... I don't know. So, anyway. So, there was a big controversy.
That's just trashy.
You know? So, there was, like, this big controversy.
She was trying to be, like, classy about it.
She was trying to be, like, kind of, like, over the top. Like, I'm too good for this. Yeah. And then as she walked off, I was like, gross. And I don't know why, but I imagine that her underwear had, like, shit stains in them. I don't know why. I don't know that they did.
A little hole off to the side.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's all fucking... You know how, like, when women use, like...
They're the white ones with little flowers?
Yeah, you know when women use those pad things, like they go on their underwear?
Okay.
And have you ever, like, when they've used them a bunch of times, the underwear gets all, like
stringy?
Frizzy where it sticks to? I imagine that. But anyway, that's not important. So, it all came down to, like, Will confronted the guy about it, and nothing really happened. He just said, like, look, dude, don't be doing that shit anymore. The guy stopped doing it. Well, I was intrigued because I was like, the balls. Okay, let's say that she's not married.
The dick, not the balls.
Yeah. Dude, you think women like ball pics? Like, you hold it so they can't see your I'm sending ball pics right now.
Oh, God.
No, but, so, I was always...
the package deal. Oh, shit.
So anyway, I was just always I was like, so let's say it wasn't like a woman who you like morally shouldn't be doing that to. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like a single woman who, you know, you maybe are trying to hook up with. Still, to lead with, there's something wrong with my dick, and the doctor, like...
They're like, who is this, right? Like, he's just a random number. He's like, I hope it's a chick.
Yeah.
Right?
So anyway, I was like, everybody else kind of moved on, and I was like, hold on, y'all aren't like, this is the most interesting thing that's ever happened at work to me. So I started doing, like, asking everybody. It turns out our secretary, remember Dee Dee? Mm-hmm. So she used to hang out with Michael sometimes too. They were like, he like...
He's asking her?
Yeah. So she said the same thing happened to her. And it was crazy, because she was telling me about it, and...
That's sexual harassment.
I mean, that's straight up. That's
for the company, you know?
It may have been before he worked with us, because she had known him for a long time. Mm-hmm. But she's like, yeah, he texted me and said that he had some kind of... I can't remember what he called it. Like, something was on his dick that was like, whatever. And I asked her, I was like, all right. Because, you know, Dee Dee was like a fairly good-looking woman, and she was older. So she had like experience. So
she's seen like bad dicks.
She's seen bad dicks, but she's seen bad like game. Okay. Like guys trying to hook up with her, you know? So I was like, have you ever been approached sexually more clumsily than that? Mm-hmm. And she's like, no. And I was like, but here's the thing with it. If he tried it on you and he tried it on her, if he tried it on you and you shut him down, he would have been like, okay, that's a horrible one. So he must have done it on somebody and it worked before, because he's still trying it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's still fucking throwing his hat into the ring, or however you say it.
His dick. He's throwing his dick into the ring.
But yeah, I think Dee Dee said that he had sent her.
He's like, man, my dick itches. I got this rash. Can you scratch it?
That's such a good pickup line.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna if I was like,
that's better. You know what I mean?
It's better because
there's something in it that I need to come out, and I need you. That's disgusting.
But if you said the rash one, what you just said is good because it's funny and it doesn't seem like you're being serious. Yeah. If you came up and you're like, hey,
she's like, yeah. They're like, all right, good, because man, right? Because I was eating peppers or whatever. You know what I mean?
Like, I think it's just eczema, but I mean, it could be herpes.
Yeah.
1 out of 4, they say.
She's like, I thought you were joking. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Turn the light off.
But so he had sent, Dee Dee said, because I was like, why would he come up with that?
Did he send a dick picture?
Yeah, so he sent one to Dee Dee.
Yeah, for 20 minutes you've been trying to tell me.
Well, the whole point of the fucking story is it's about dicks and texting.
I know.
So it's kind of like, it's dick pic adjacent.
Okay.
But Dee Dee said that he had, because she had said like, because he told her that, and she's like, look, Michael, like, I don't know what's going on, but like, if there's really something like that, you just need to go to a doctor. You don't need to ask for pictures of my tits or whatever. Like, it's funny, if there's two options and one's go to the doctor and one's look at tits, what is the problem?
Yeah.
Like, those two things are so opposite.
The doctor's like, all right, he's like, you need to get this taken care of. Do you have a girlfriend? He's like, no. He's like, do you know any females?
Do you know a female you can text randomly?
Yes. He's like, do you have a friend that's a female? He's like, no. He's like, someone from work, right? Maybe. This one guy's wife, right?
He's out of town.
Yeah. He's like, with me, but yeah.
It's funny, though, because I've always, ever since that day, every time I wish we would have asked the chick last week, but I've always wondered, like, I want to ask every girl I meet and be like, would this work on you? Would this, because it must have worked, or he wouldn't have done it twice. Because if he did it once and it didn't work, it's over. So if he's done it twice, it must have worked once and then didn't work, and he's like, oh, that was a fluke. And then he tried it again, and it didn't work again.
If any girls listening, which I know there is some.
Yeah, there's some listening, for sure.
If there's girls listening, Stan Lee's like, yeah, are they? They like my Spider-Man. No, anyways, any girls that are listening, you got to tell us, all right? Comment, let us know, however.
I want to meet the girl who would do it.
I want to know that, if that would work on them. Not after work. They're going to like, yes, right?
The only way to find out if it works on them is to try it on.
I want to know the worst pickup line that you've ever had.
Yes.
I don't mean like the goofiest. Like someone that was really trying.
Like the most clumsy attempt of a guy to like get in your pants or whatever.
Like drunk or anything, but not drunk is even better.
It's funny that we got to this because I have one that I'm almost positive I never told on here. That I was staying at a hotel, me and Heath, and I told you the whole thing the other day, I think maybe. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I had hit on the receptionist at the front desk on the way in. I was like, hey, and this is what's crazy. When I was talking to her, she had to be like kind of half-ass professional, and she was apparently like not very good looking. I don't know, but anyway, so she would answer me by writing on a paper instead of talking out loud because there was cameras and shit. So she could be like, "Oh, this drunk guy was in there." I guess they would pick up what I was saying. Anyway, and she was into like, what is it called? Like when they like beat each other and tie you up and shit like that, like BDSM.
Okay. Which
I'm not into, but also. At that time, I was like, fuck it, I was young. I was like, it'd be cool to, like, do something weird like that. So anyway, later that night, I was in my room, and I was in bed, like, drunk as shit. And I called the front desk, and she's like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, there's something wrong with my bed. And she's like, what's wrong with it, sir? And I was like, you're not in it. And she's like, I'll fix that when I get off in the morning. So anyway, long story short, I ended up not letting her fix that. As soon as we woke up the next morning, before she got off her shift, we bailed out of town, so I wouldn't have to get tied up and possibly, like, fucked or whatever by this lady.
She calls your room, and she's like, come into room, like, 213. And there's, like, chains and shit, right? She's got a whip, right? She's wearing some, like, leather, like, thong with, like, streaks, right? It's just like...
She's got a ball gag. She's getting ready for me. Ugh. But, so, anyway... that is a good idea, though. If you're a woman and you're listening to... I guess if you're a gay dude, too, but... It's different, though, because I feel like gay dudes have this crazy confidence because they know guys like to fuck all the time. So if you're gay and he's gay, it's like, why not fuck, right? With women, you gotta have, like, use certain angles to get to them and stuff. So if you're a woman, I would like to hear and send it to us through Facebook or Twitter and just say, like, whatever the worst pickup line or failed attempt to fuck you or whatever.
Or one that you fell for.
I want to hear a bad one that worked. Yeah.
You're all like, it was
because
so
that's kind of what
that
our story was about.
You know what I mean?
Some guys like, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? And you just like drop your pants instantly.
Yeah, you're like, really?
I don't know what it's like to be a woman, but if a guy told me that, I would just be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What are you comparing me to an angel? Like, what does that
come
mean?
up with something.
You're
straight up using one that someone else has used.
Yeah, you got to come up
That's
with...
the cool thing is when they come up with something funny.
It's like our CJ used to say when he was drunk.
Uh-huh.
He would do them backwards. Remember?
Oh, what?
Oh, do you know a different one? CJ used to go up to girls and be like, did it hurt? And they're like, what? Like, when I fell from heaven?
No, I thought
like
you meant whenever a girl walks out the bathroom. And he's like, did you wipe forwards or backwards?
Oh, yeah. You used to do that.
I didn't come up with that, right? Did I? I used to say when
No,
I was
I don't know
drunk.
if you came up with it, but I remember you asked a girl one time.
At our apartment
Yeah.
when we were having a party.
Yeah.
And a girl came out the bathroom, and I was like, do you wipe forwards or backwards? and as she started saying, I'm like, it don't matter. I'd eat it anyways.
Ugh.
And they're like, and they just got out of the bathroom. Like, it's not like they're just, like, at the bar drinking. Like, yeah, that's pretty nasty. They think it's funny, though.
Well, funny, yeah, but the problem is,
They're very disgusted, and they run away very quick.
They think it's funny, but they don't think it's, like, funny, like, I want to hook up with that guy funny.
No.
It's funny, like, that's the disgusting drunk guy here.
Yeah.
We laugh at him and stay away from him if you start feeling like you're ready to pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were that.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
Yeah. There's the girls that walk by you and hold their hand over the top of their cup.
Yeah.
They're like, nope.
Like, shots. No.
I was, I don't know what made me think of this the other day. Somebody had said something about, I guess that's what it was. Somebody had said something about all women are crazy. You know, people always say that, which is untrue. I mean, it's not untrue, but it's not true either.
Yeah, just most.
Well, I guess the way women think is different enough that it comes off as crazy to us. Mm-hmm. But I tried to make a joke, like a short, compact joke, which I couldn't. But when somebody says it, I always get mad because they'll be like, I wanted to go out to eat and she couldn't decide where to go. Women are so crazy. And I'm like, that's crazy. And then the way that I was going to put the joke was going to be real tight. But it was like, you know what I did one time? My girlfriend took a pill that I didn't know what it was. And as she was in this crazy, drowsy, almost passed out state, said, I want you to fuck me when I'm passed out. Then, right before she passed out, said, I'm not sure how many or what pills I took, so I might die. Call 911.
They got you in the mood, right?
So when somebody's like...
You're like, you had me at hello.
So anyway, when I got done fucking her... No, of course I didn't. So when somebody's like, women are so crazy. My wife doesn't... It's like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you say women are crazy, because what happens is when you say women are crazy because they can't decide where they want to eat or because they change clothes 3 times when they were going somewhere nice, it's like, if you think that's crazy, I mean, like, crazy.
That's annoying.
Yeah, but when you call
crazy.
that crazy, it makes you look bad because it's like anytime you take something.
I think they do that to fuck with us. I think they do. They want to watch us squirm.
Well, yeah, that's
that doesn't
part
make
of
them
it.
crazy. That makes
do you think that's why they take the pills and
psycho
want to have sex and then tell you that they might die?
Oh, I've never had that one.
But you know what, though? A girl that crazy is fun when it's good. Like, when you're like hanging out, having fun is awesome. And when it's bad, it's like, like suicide.
I've never been around that.
Well, you have been around that because you knew her, but...
Yeah, but I mean,
never dated.
I haven't, yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't like each other. So we didn't talk like that.
She didn't want to fuck you.
I'm like, hey, dude, she said she took a lot of pills, and for me to fuck her?
I'm not going to, but don't call 911.
Like, she's not moving. So what do I do? Right? You're like, well, you put it in. I don't know. You're like, that's what I always do, right?
She likes when you lift one leg up, but not the other. No.
Like,
But you know what? If you're in that situation...
She's so crazy.
No. Yesterday she couldn't decide what she wanted to eat. Today she's doing this.
Yeah.
Typical Jessica. Almost didn't say her name.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Jessica. That's such a that's a sweet name. It seems like a sweet girl.
Jessica.
Yeah.
That is a weird name, though. There's like girls' names. Some girls' names are just really weird.
I like the name Jessica because it seems
my name's
like
Dwight.
You hear the name Jessica, you want to squeeze her cheek and you're a good kid.
Mm.
You don't want to fuck her as she's passing out, which I didn't. Just to be clear, I didn't.
Yeah, you never did say that. I was kind of leaving it in the dark.
It's hard to get a boner.
You should have, right?
It's hard to get a boner when you think she might be killing herself in front of you.
Yeah, because not definitely because it might be fun, but if she does die, and then the coroner comes in and they do tests,
there's like jizz all over the place.
Yeah, and they go and find out it's yours, and they're like, "This is fresh." Her body's not.
They're like, you had to notice she got cold on the inside about halfway in.
You're like, no. You're like, the fan was on. You're like, insider? Right? I mean, like, what do you think? She put a push pop in there or something? But,
oh, shit. Oh, goddamn. That bitch was crazy.
He's like, oh, that foam coming out the mouth.
I thought she just wanted to be kinky. Yeah. I thought it was, what is that shit called? Whipped cream.
Oh. Pop Rocks or something.
I don't know how you would put Pop Rocks in sex. In there, right? I don't know how you put Pop Rocks in sex to make it like fun.
Like I thought you was doing one of those like volcano things, like the kids do. At the thing. I was like, thought it was funny. I was taking a video.
Dude, people really do that. You know, like people roofie girls all the time.
That's crazy.
And like, I don't understand the appeal of fucking a chick that's like asleep.
It's because they can't fuck ones that are alive or awake.
Yeah, I guess.
So they're just like, she's hot. She's mine. She'll never remember.
That's what it is. Right? I guess it's like a control. Like, I'm in complete control of this beautiful woman. But it's like, yeah, but isn't part of the fun, like, that she wants you to fuck her?
I think.
You know what I mean? If you ever,
I said I think.
Anytime you have sex, because women, if you're straight male, women are beautiful and men aren't. So when you see like a beautiful woman and she wants to have sex, you're like, fuck with me?
You're like, why?
I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah. Turn the light off.
Yeah.
Before she sees me, right?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. You do the whole, like, look behind you, like, is she really is
You know, like, furries, people, like, they dress up like bunny rabbits and fuck. Yeah. You know that started with fat dudes that didn't want girls to see them naked. Mm-hmm. They're like, I'll just dress like a rabbit. I don't look fat now.
They want to put feathers on me, and then I'm going to, like...
That's where the whole idea of furries came from. One fat dude, a hot girl wanted to fuck him, and he was nervous to get naked in front of her. So
or it was a fat white chick that didn't like black dudes.
She actually liked white and don't like black dudes, you're going to die a virgin.
Yeah.
Nah, because everybody's fucked fat girls.
No, or they fucked a black dude, and now they don't like them. So she's not a virgin.
I don't think anybody doesn't like black dudes once they fuck them, right?
Especially fat white girls, right? I mean, that's like... I mean, they have to. I mean, it's just... If not, they're crazy.
But you know that it used to be that you like when there's a black guy and a white girl, it was a fat girl. But that was when there was like a stigma about interracial dating. Mm-hmm. Now there's not. So now black dudes are fucking all the hot girls.
Well, she already just doesn't care what anyone thinks, right?
That's what it used to be.
Yeah.
It was like those kind of girls were like the girls. If you have sex with a black guy, I mean around here it may be different in other places, but like where we live, there was like a stigma around it. So the girls who I think that was part of what it was. It's like the black guy wanted to fuck a white girl, you know, just to like... I think if you're a black dude, every time you fuck a white girl, you're like, you should raise your fist like, you know, I'm doing this for, you know, because your past generations, like, they whistled at white girls and got lynched. So you got to really, like, get it in there deep to really, like, get some payback. But I think that was part of what it was, because now you see interracial couples that are just it isn't... That stereotype is almost going away.
Yeah.
Because now you see like a good-looking black dude, good-looking white girl, and, you know, whatever.
And then they're weird-looking, not weird-looking, but like, usually actually like...
Like ridiculously pretty kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the perfect, like that's what it seems like skin color
mixed should babies be. Actually look, well, you know? Because they don't look like every other fucking person.
They don't just look, yeah. But also like, and part of it is genetic diversity. Mm-hmm. Like, the more genetic diversity you have, the better you come up with. So, if you're from two completely different cultures, like, historically, you have way more genetic diversity. Mm-hmm. Kind of. Not necessarily.
Way more, kind of.
Well, I was saying, you would think you would definitely have way more, but because, like, out of Africa, you know, all the humans came from one small tribe in Africa. Mm-hmm. So, if you're fucking somebody who's from that, then you're maybe more closely related than if you're fucking somebody from one of the ones that broke off. Anyway, this isn't a science podcast.
Yeah.
It's just about fucking black dudes.
Sound like Stan Lee over there about to come out with a different race.
This is about fucking black dudes.
You're gonna do a drawing and... black dudes?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, I think what I said was...
They do a dick pic and they have to do the panoramic.
I think if I ever...
You know those ones where you have to like move your phone to see all of it?
the
Right?
panoramic view, yeah.
That's the 360, where you can move around like that.
Well, you can actually move
the panoramic is like that. You take a picture and you move your camera as it goes.
Yeah.
But the other one is like that 360 where you got to keep going around.
You got to turn the thing to see. Like, it never ends. I think if I was going to send a dick pic, I would try to change it up a little, and I would take it from the end. So what's closest to the phone is like the head.
Yeah.
Instead of the other way.
And like blurred everything else.
No.
Background, I mean. Like
my body?
Focused in on the tip.
I think
and everything else in the background.
The reason that people do them the way they do them, I mean, for one, it's just convenient. But you don't want, like, what you look like from that angle isn't good unless you're in excellent shape.
Doesn't look good anyway.
But I'm saying, like...
None of that's, like, you know...
So nice when a girl is giving a blowjob, she just sees that view.
Yeah.
And it can't be good. It's just hairy.
So that's what you want to send them.
It's just like hairy stomach, just coming back.
That's where you want... You know what I mean?
I just think it would be cool to be artistic with a dick pic instead of same old shit. Oh, I'm holding it at the bottom. You know that. You know why I'm doing that. You know, to make it stay hard or whatever. I would like to see something artistic. Mm-hmm. Come from the other angle. Maybe from the back. Little b-hole in the picture. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't think...
They're like, ugh.
Some girls like, I would fuck this guy no matter what. He's awesome. And then they get that, they're like, oh, there's one thing that could turn me off.
Yeah.
Not panoramic. A reverse style.
She asks for it. She's all like, oh, yeah, tonight. Show me what I'm getting. And he does that. She's like, blocks him. Right? And he's like, I was going to fuck.
Yeah, because if you send a picture from that angle, that seems like you're like want her to suck your dick. Because that's like her view of... I don't know. We talk about dicks a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of dick talk.
We really do talk about dicks a lot. But we talk about, like, a lot of things we don't know anything about. At least we have dicks.
Maybe that's why we have a lot of female listeners.
There's no way.
They listen to one. That's probably why we've lost a lot of female listeners.
There's no way that we...
They're like, you guys are funny. We have 30 minutes of dicks, right? And they're like, I have to see, suck, and fuck them all the time. I don't want to hear about them, right?
I don't think that the idea of a dick is turns on women the same way that the idea of any parts of them turn men on. Like, if a girl was to call you and just be like, or to text you even, and be like, ooh, like, I'm squeezing my tits, or whatever. I don't know how to be sexy, especially as a woman. You're like,
ooh. Okay? He's probably like, ooh, I'm squeezing my tits.
I was trying to think of what a girl would say, but she says something sexual about her body. A girl could say something like, as innocent as, like, I'm wearing yoga pants. And you take that as sexual. Because you think, oh, I wonder what her ass looks good.
But if she's like, oh, I'm wearing... Right? You're like...
So the idea of her body can turn you on. I don't think it works the same for women, necessarily. I don't think that a woman... You're
like, I'm squeezing my gut right now. Right?
You're like, I'm scratching my balls.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm wet. You know, that doesn't happen.
No.
So the idea of a woman's... That's the power of women, though. And that's why they can be so crazy. Think about this.
They go by, like, smell and, like, feel and stuff.
Emotion.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, though. If you ever have...
Trust me, they're like, he's funny. I want to fuck him.
Yeah,
and
for
I'm like,
real.
she's hot. I want to fuck her. You know what I mean? And you're like, she's funny. She's okay.
Yeah,
right?
So
she looks okay.
You're ugly and funny, and she's, like, beautiful and boring.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. If you were ugly and boring and she was beautiful and funny, you wouldn't even be able to get closer enough to her to
No. You would like go to try to touch her and like your hand go through her or something. Yeah. Like you really don't exist in the same dimension as her.
It's no secret why I am good at being funny.
Yeah.
Like why I try to be funny.
Yeah.
It's no secret. Because if I didn't, I would be a virgin. I'd be a 35-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
I remember one time I had this girl. She wasn't like beautiful or anything, but I was 21, 22, something like that. And this girl was like, kept coming over to me. We were at like kind of like a party, and she kept like leaning on me and putting her arm around me and this, and I'm not smooth. Like, if you're...
Like, get the fuck off.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
Like, dude, she wants to fuck you.
Yeah. If you're a girl and you're trying to hook up with me, especially at that age, you got to really pretty much put it in writing. Because I was just like... Oh,
and then you're like, but hold on. Like, sign it. Because I don't believe you. You know what I mean?
So this girl, she kept like this and that. And I like, it didn't make sense to me because she seemed out of my league. At least so I thought. And like, I was... So anyway, later on, I started hanging out with her more just me and her. And I was like talking to her, and she's like, she just kept telling me like, "You're so funny, you're so funny." And then I like put it together, like, "Oh, funny. It may not be as good looking, but it's on the."
They'll deal with it.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Man, that hot guy. Oh, damn it, he brought his girlfriend."
Yeah.
And then this one guy's like, everyone's laughing, he's pointing, and then they're like, "Okay, I'll take him."
Some guy's running the room over there, but he's fucked up.
She kind of
looking.
smiles, and she's like, "I don't know what he said or what he meant
She's
by
like,
it."
I can fuck with my eyes closed.
But people laughed, right? So I will. Right?
Yeah, but that was one time where I really didn't know. I thought the girl was like up to something because she was like kind of like coming to me and kind of like sitting close to me and kept like touching my arm and stuff. And I was thinking,
You're like, she's got a fucking boyfriend and he wants to fight.
Yeah, I was like, it's
You're like, she's like baiting the hook right here.
Exactly. And it turned out she just thought I was funny. Because you know how you get on a roll sometimes?
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit that. For me, part of it is, like, I get into, like, mania. Like, you know, sometimes I'm just, like, ugh, like down and that. But so, you know how I am. Sometimes I'm just boom,
Sometimes
boom, boom,
you keep
boom,
saying
boom.
it right after you. You know what I mean?
It's
It's like someone's doing the drums and a little...
Yeah, so when I'm, like, high and, like, not high, like, off of drugs, but when my mind is, like, clicking, sometimes I'll just, like, take over.
Yeah.
And that night, I was just, like, boom, 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 everything. Everybody's laughing.
And then you're walking away, you're like, what the fuck did I say? But it was killing.
But, and also, could you imagine if you picked up a chick from that?
Yeah.
And, like, let's just say you're just not good looking. And you pick up a chick from that, then you're just always stressed. Because, like, I got to be on all the time. She wakes up in the morning, she's like, hey... get up, you're going to be late for work. And you're like, hold on. And you're in there, like, looking through your notes, trying to find a joke.
You're like, damn it, I came over with them last night while she was sleeping.
Yeah.
Right? Should have woke her up and told her. Right? I haven't made her laugh in 2 days.
Yeah.
All right. She's packing her bags, you know.
You would be stressed, though, because you impress... I think it's the same thing with a woman. If you pick up a man that, let's say, that is, like, a real catch for you, you're, like, really excited and want to keep him. But you pick him up on a day when... You know how, like... I guess women have the same. You know, some days you wake up and you just look at yourself and you're like, I like look good today, you know? Mm-hmm. So your hair's right and everything's working. And you pick up a man that day and, like, you know, you're like, damn. Then every morning you wake up and you're like, he's going to smell my breath. He's going to see my hair all tossed around. He's going to see me wearing these sweatpants and he's not going to like me.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. I guarantee, I don't know if it's just me or all women. I mean, all men.
You're like, I don't know if it's just me or all women.
Yeah, but that, like, two made up is not really my thing. Anybody can look pretty if they put $1,000 into it.
When they're just caking on makeup and they do their hair and they put a little thing in it and all that shit, fuck all that.
But I'm saying, even if you like that, it's still, most people who have, like, a woman that they, like or whatever, if you say, at what point do you find her most attractive, it's never... like prom pictures or whatever.
Uh-oh.
It's always like, oh, I like when she's getting ready for bed and her hair's like just pulled straight back and she's wearing a long t-shirt.
I like when she's like knocked out from taking a bunch of pills.
I like her most when she rolls over right before she passes out and her ass is sticking in the air. Oh, that got too real.
Oh, gosh.
But, no, so anyway, yeah, could you imagine like picking up, if like, let's say I would have like dated that girl instead of what really happened.
And then one day you're just sitting there watching TV.
I mean, because
she's like staring at you.
She's like, come on,
like smiling,
jokes,
like
jokes.
it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
And I'm just sitting there like, no, I'm really just eating a whole jar of pickles watching TV. Yeah. Nothing funny happening
you fall
here.
asleep while you're doing it. And she's like,
this guy fucking
seriously?
sucks.
He just made a mess and I have to clean it. Right? And then...
So at least if your good-looking boyfriend with like the abs and like the perfect jawline spills the pickles, you're like, oh, I'll get those pickles. Because later I'm getting that pickle.
Yeah.
But if you're like a fucking piece of shit and you're ugly and you... I don't know if that's true, though, because they always say, like, women like a sense of humor. Like, show me a guy that can make me laugh. But you know how it is.
Make me laugh, funny man.
If you go meet a girl and, like, you're funny and she thinks you're funny, start dating for a while. How funny she thinks you is decreases by the day.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're in the house and you're like,
yeah, she's like, seriously, you're still making fun of my race? Right? I get it. I'm Hispanic. Right? I get it. No, I did not make tortillas this morning. Right? You know, it's like little.
Yeah,
like,
that's real.
I do not wear a poncho in the winter.
Dwight's wife gets a constant barrage of Mexican jokes.
I make a lot of them.
A lot.
But I mean,
every morning you ask where the empanadas are or whatever.
No, yeah, she doesn't actually. I married the wrong one because she doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah, you fucked up bad.
But what was it? Something
she
one day.
She married the wrong one for a bunch of reasons.
I said something one day to my son. I said something about Mexican or something like that.
He doesn't know what that means.
He doesn't know what any of that means.
Yeah.
Like I was telling him one day, he's 6, he's in first grade or whatever, and a guy I work with, his son is in the same grade in the same school, and I was like, I wonder if they're in the same class. So in our town, there's like not a lot of black people, right? And actually, in his grade, he might only have like 2 black people, right? So I asked him, I was like, I couldn't remember the kid's name. Right? So I was like, hey, in your class, is there like a black kid? And he looked at me like real strange. And I was like, like he's black. You know, I was like, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, right? And then he's looking at me like his shirt, I guess.
I would love to see what he was imagining.
Like his face was looking at me like trying to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was probably thinking black clothes.
Yeah.
And I was like, like dark skin. I was like, I think his name's Chris. And he was like, no. Like, I guess there's no Chris in there. But at least they answered to that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I was like, holy shit, he doesn't get that.
Oh, for sure. No,
that's cool. I mean, that's awesome,
Colin doesn't either. I mean, Colin has so many family and friends that are of different races that if you were to ever say those are bad ones or something, he would be like, no, they're not. Mm-hmm. Like, I know there's black people that he loves. There's Hispanic people that he loves. Indian. I mean, your kids aren't white.
I don't love any Indians.
I mean, he does. Huh. The doctors. But
dots or feathers. I just don't know any.
So, but if you were to say to him, that black guy, he really wouldn't. He told me one time, we were watching a football game, and his favorite player is Colin Johnson, because they have the same name. And Colin Johnson is a 6'6" black dude, short hair and stuff like that. So there were these other 2 players shown on the screen. One was a black guy with dreadlocks, like long hair. Another was a white guy with short hair. They were standing there talking. And Colin was like, which one? Where's Colin Johnson? And I was like, he's not on the screen. And he's like, well, that guy kind of looks like him, but I don't think that's him. And I was like, that guy? And I pointed at the black guy, and he's like, that guy doesn't look like him. He has long hair. He meant the white guy.
With short hair.
Blonde hair, short hair. Looks like a black guy because they have the same kind of hair.
He is color blind.
He doesn't see race at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand. Because he knows. He looks at my skin and his skin. I'm way darker than him. He knows we're not different.
He's darker than us.
Yeah. But he knows that we're not different, or your kids are darker than him. When he sees them, he doesn't think oh, they're dark. Fuck them. It doesn't even occur to him that skin color is how you identify people.
Yeah, he's blonde
it will
hair,
eventually, I guess.
Hitler's like, my boy.
Yeah, my son has. It's weird though because
he looks at my kids and he's like, the showers. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but but that blew my mind because we use it as we're not
no, it's just that's
it's a quick way to identify somebody.
That's a description.
But if you saw those 2 football players,
because that black dude's gonna say, yeah, if it was we were living in a town. And there's only a couple white people there.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, is there a white kid in your class?
We should move to that town. I bet the houses are cheap.
You know what I mean? Really? I mean, they really are.
Yeah.
It's just projects. It's just apartment buildings in a neighborhood.
Oh, shit.
A convenience store with bars on the windows. Right? But, I mean, that's on the other side of the tracks. I mean, white man's burden kind of
Your side of the tracks.
Yeah. My side of the tracks.
Yeah.
But, anyways, you want to do some
plugs? We are going to do this, but plugs are first. Okay. I just want to say butt plugs.
Butt plugs.
I had nothing.
We're going to do this. Butt plugs are first.
Yeah. Next time we need to do something right before plugs so I can actually say that and it counts. Motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about...
We can do it next time.
Terminator.
Oh, yeah. Remind us to talk about Terminator. What the fuck?
What year?
Shout out number 1 goes to, on Twitter, it's at J to the hell no. It's, yeah, J to the hell no. Homicidal housewife. Homicidal, homicidal.
Homicidal?
Homicidal. I say homicidal.
Homicidal?
Homicidal. Is that regional?
Homicidal.
Is it homicidal if you kill a gay person? Mm-hmm. And homicidal if you kill a normal person? Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's look at her. Look what she looks like. Yeah, it's a picture of feet. It may not even be feet. That might be empty shoes. I hope it's empty shoes. I don't want it to be feet. Because too many people are weird about feet, and I'm not. And I just don't like when you show your
I don't like feet.
I don't not like feet. I don't like want to rub my dick on feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people are like...
I mean, I probably would.
You're like, I don't like people that don't like feet. You're like, I don't like love feet or nothing.
I just went from I don't like feet to I would rub my dick on them.
You're like, give me a foot pic, right? You know what I mean?
I really did, in the span of about 5 seconds, go from I don't like feet to I would rub my dick. I'm not saying I want to. I'm just saying when you rub your dick on stuff, it feels good. If that is a foot, I'm okay with it. But it's not what I want to do. And a foot with shoes...
They can be freshly out the fucking shower, and I'm just not...
A foot with green shoes? Definitely no dick going on that. Not on shoes. Can't do it.
I don't like feet, dude. I really don't.
But
I don't like my own feet. I'm like thinking of feet.
Do you like homicide?
Yeah.
Do you like homicide?
No.
I do.
No.
Yeah, so... If you
Who is that person?
This is
you never explained that. We've been talking about you rubbing your dick on some feet. And you're like, but not shoes.
Not shoes. I wouldn't rub my dick on shoes.
Anyways,
there's people that do.
Who is that person, and why are we plugging them? Not their feet.
You know how when you put your feet together, it leaves a little gap, kind of the shape of a pussy. Mm-hmm. Do foot people fuck that?
I'm sure.
They must, right?
They have to.
That I wouldn't do.
Like calloused?
That I wouldn't do. So anyway, so it's J to the hell no. Does it matter about capitalization?
Oh my fucking gosh. Who's the person and what do they do?
The J is capitalized and so is the H, and J to the hell no on Twitter.
Who is your daddy and what does he do? Right?
Okay, that...
You remember that movie?
Yes. It sucks. Anyway, if you go on there and you go to her like Twitter page or whatever, you click on the link for Etsy, and she sells, like, I don't know, I just recently started looking into it, but it's like Christmas, seasonal stuff, I guess.
Okay.
Christmas shirts and different, that's not all Christmas, but that's what's, like, featured. Okay, but first present. Yeah, so you can go through, they have shirts and stuff, and some of it looks like it's fairly cheap, right? I mean, that's not a bad price. So you can go on there, you can do Christmas shopping on Twitter. So, you can't beat that. So go check her out. And the only other one that we're doing is the other motherfucker. What's his name?
Yeah. Good job, man.
No, I know his name. You got to make sure you say it right.
I know his name.
Okay, it's at Tyler Hardy 83. Simple. I don't have to go through his...
At what?
Tyler Hardy 83.
Tyler Hardy 83.
Yeah.
He's born the same year as you.
I guess. He's
like, I just fucking like 8 and 3s. In that
I like
order.
the way they
right? In that order. You're like, what, 38? He's like, hell no.
He's like, fuck 38.
You think I'm like my crazy girlfriend? Right? She likes 38. Right?
Yeah. This guy, he's not like, he doesn't sell stuff or anything like that, but just go check him out because he's pretty funny. He's a cool guy. And he is, he was talking about it on Twitter the other day, and he's like some type of businessman, and he went to do like business. I don't know how business works, but they went to the hotel where The Shining was recorded. They did like business.
You don't know how business works.
I mean, what I'm saying, like, why would you have to go to a hotel to do business?
They all stay at the hotel and do their meeting there.
Sounds terrible.
I've been at them.
You think he got lost in the maze?
It's annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're gonna meet in the middle, right?
Dude, you're
and
a
he's
business
like,
guy.
fuck.
Right? You're a business guy. You seen that guy in business?
No. In business? No, you didn't hear that? They have like a meeting in the middle of the maze, right? And he's got a briefcase.
Yeah.
Right? He's got a suit. And he's like running. There's a guy with an axe chasing him.
Yeah.
He's like, where the fuck do I go?
Where's Johnny?
Yeah. Here he is. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, Tyler.
There's snow everywhere. No.
Tyler Hardy, 83.
If you got an axe, why don't you just go through the fucking bushes?
That's what I was going to say. If you're ever there for a meeting again and there's a guy with an axe chasing you through the shrub maze, just go through the shrub. It's shrubs.
You're like, ow, it's scratchy.
Yeah, it's scratchy.
There's a fucking axe.
It's a little scratchy.
Yeah, it's a little
go
scratchy.
in a straight line until you're no longer in scrubs.
It's gonna hurt.
Scrubs.
I'm pretty sure a fucking axe to the back of the head is gonna hurt a little more.
It's gonna hurt slightly more.
Even if it's like dull side.
No matter what,
it's really gonna hurt.
Most things somebody chasing you is gonna do to you when they catch you hurt worse than going through some bushes.
Unless you're like, you're it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate getting when I was a kid, I was so competitive. We would play that, and I would get like violent.
That's why people get so tired of it. They don't want to be it. That there's a base.
Yeah, there has to be.
You're like, and it's where they're at.
Yeah. So, you're it, and where you are is at Tyler Hardy 83. Damn, that sucked. But yeah, go check him out. He's not like selling shit. I mean, he's selling something, I guess. Yeah. Some type of. Actually, I think I don't know. I don't want to say.
He's selling dick pics.
I was going to say,
right?
Because he told me, like, specifically what he does.
He's like, no, those are for free.
I think one time I did make a joke to a person who knows both me and Tyler Hardy, 83. And I said something about, it was something to do with dick pics or something.
Really?
And I was like, yeah.
I was just talking about dick pics.
No, but I said something like, we were talking about, because we were talking about how, I don't remember what the joke was, but I said, I would like to do something with a woman. I was like, a man maybe. Talking about Twitter people. I was like, maybe a man, but it would have to be Tyler because he's hot or what. It was like a joke, and it was funny at the time. It's hard to reiterate jokes.
Nice one.
He's not bad looking. There, I said it. I don't want to fuck him.
Okay. You want to fuck his feet.
It's funny that if you say it with that tone, it sounds like you would. I'm like, I don't want to fuck him.
I wonder if they're like, there's people that like girls, right? They don't like dudes, but they really love feet.
And they'll fuck dudes.
So they're just like, hey, a foot's a fucking foot, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're super into feet,
they have a threesome, so he fucks a guy's foot and a girl's foot together, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, if you're into feet, a foot's a foot, but then a mouth's a mouth too.
Is it a feetsome?
A feetsome? Yeah, it's some feet to put that together, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit.
So yeah, but a mouth is a mouth too. You wouldn't let a dude blow you. You like blowjobs, right? I mean, who doesn't? Yeah. You wouldn't let a dude do it though.
That's fucking weird.
So if you're,
a dude's foot is gonna be a lot nastier. Girls like put lotion.
If the dude's me, trust me, you don't want to fuck my foot.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's all fucking got scars on it. There's something weird about a scar and you're fucking it. I guess women have like.
Yeah, I doubt I'd want to do that. Oh
That's
shit.
Pretty good. So anyway, go check out Tyler and go check. This is what sucks.
And his Twitter.
Yeah, don't go check him out personally. I did tell you where he was. I don't think he's still there. Go check out Tyler Hardy 83 and check out J to the Hell No, the homicidal housewife.
Let me see it.
It's the word homicide, but I'm thinking it's regional. The way
I want to be homo.
Homicide.
Really? Homicide.
Yeah, homicidal. I say homicide.
Yeah.
But some people say potato. So
like you say homo, I say homo.
Yeah.
Right? It ain't homo. There's no O in it. In the second, there's not a second O.
Oh,
Hame.
Homicide.
Hame sounds like a guy that's gonna run a fucking plane into a building, right?
Yeah, he's homicidal.
Yeah.
Homicidal housewife. Do you think her husband knows?
Yeah.
Or is he dead?
Whenever he gets home, she switches over to the other Twitter, right?
The other one's like lovingwife.com or something.
He's like, fucking neighbors keep dying. And he's like, what the hell? We should move out of this neighborhood.
You gotta be worried, though, if you're married. You live with somebody that you don't really know.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up with them.
No.
That's
not family.
No.
It's someone you met, maybe at a bar.
She's been cool for a few years. That doesn't prove anything. I mean?
Yeah, she's been pretty cool. You got kids together. Doesn't mean shit.
No.
Right? She might kill them too.
Yes.
You have a crazy fucking bitch, maybe.
It happens.
In your house with your kids.
It happens
you don't know her.
All the time.
You're hugging your kids. You're like, we'll get out of this. Right? And you're like, I don't know who that lady is. Right?
But think about it, though.
That's
like,
mom. Yeah, I know.
Men and women, like when somebody dies who's married, the number one suspect is the spouse.
Okay.
Every time a woman dies, the first person to check is the husband and vice versa. This person is a homicide.
It is all tearing up because his wife died. They're like, "Why are you crying, huh? You hiding something?"
You know, her husband goes to work every day, and he's just like, "I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah.
every time I'm sleeping and I wake up, she's already awake,
He
just
goes,
looking at me."
He gives her a kiss and says bye. He's wearing a suit. He's got his briefcase, and he's like, "Today's the day. I'm going to Canada." Right?
He gets in a cab and just throws him $300.
Right?
Drive.
And then she calls right when he's like exiting the city,
Yeah.
and he's like, "She knows." He's looking in the mirror.
How hot does your wife have to be homicidal and you're still with her?
Yeah, you're like, man, she's
There
gonna
is a
fucking kill me, but she's
there-
hot.
Yeah, there is a level of hot that you'll put up with some shit.
Yeah.
You know, there just is. You know how somebody wants to buy something, and you're like, it's not for sale, and they're like, everything's for sale if the money's right.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. If you're hot enough, like how crazy and how hot, you know, that's an old hack joke,
Mm-hmm.
but it's true. Like this chick, she's a homicidal housewife. Her husband, I mean, as far as I know, he still hangs around.
Mm-hmm.
So she does. Maybe she cooks real good. Maybe under those shoes she's got fuckable feet. I don't know. I feel weird saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, homicidal housewife. We got way back into that. I'm gonna cut it off now. But
About fucking feet. Yeah.
homicidal housewife's husband, if you're listening, hang in there, buddy. Always let her fall asleep first and set your alarms for like weirdly early.
Yeah.
That's my advice to you. And
He's gonna sleep with one eye open.
sleep with one eye open. I wish I could sing. God, I wish I could sing. Good. I can't
Yeah.
sing.
People are hugging their pillow tight over their ears.
Dude, that's they're like, exit volume. So anyway, yeah, go check those two out. And of course, always Kiki the Generic on Twitter.
Yeah.
She's that goes without saying. If you listen to this and you don't follow her on Twitter, then there's something wrong with you, because I don't know how many episodes since we got involved with her, but she is the best. She really is. And we almost forgot.
Who?
Not who. If you like us, go and rate and review on iTunes.
Yeah, everybody.
Or
does all that shit.
whatever you listen to, but iTunes, if you're on it, go rate and review. Leave us a cool one. And if you leave us a funny or fucked up one, we'll read it on here. Like what did I say last time? Jeremy likes AIDS dick. Nobody left that. I said to leave a review that says Jeremy likes AIDS dick, and nobody did. So that's still on the table. If you leave that, we'll read it on here and say your name.
Yeah, Jeremy's AIDS dick is on the table.
It is.
Right?
The table you're all going to eat on later.
And get your chick to send pictures of him so he can blow it later.
My AIDS dick, yeah. Hey, if you're a woman out there, I need to see your shorts so I can fix my AIDS dick or whatever.
Also, though, for real, like we said earlier on,
Pickup lines?
I want to hear some pickup lines.
I do too.
I don't want to hear pickup lines.
I like what you
But I mean-
said though. I want to hear ones that are fucked up, but you still like hooked up with the dude.
Yeah.
Or like, what would be great is if it was one as bad as my dick has pus or whatever in it.
But like
I
a
need
different,
pictures.
yeah.
And now you're married to the dude. If
Yeah.
you're that, I feel like
Send us a message somehow, however you're
yeah,
gonna
on
doing
Facebook
it.
or Twitter.
Or
or email us even.
Yeah. Yeah, at
It's thebadvibe@gmail.com.
yeah, email it the bad vibe. Yeah, tell us your story and we'll read it out on there.
Yes.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That would be. I really want to hear those. And if you're a chick, you know guys have tried to hook up with you. So
Yeah.
I know every woman has stories of clumsy guys trying to hook up with them. So tell us a story. We'll read it on here. And we'll, yeah. So anyway, that's going to do it for
Episode 66.
60 motherfuckers.
Pick up all 6.
Yeah, pick them up.
All right, everybody. If you're listening to this, you are the bad vibe.